Hello and welcome to the Wellness Rock Show with your host, Stephanie Deal. This is a sacred space where we dive deep into 5 pillars: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, and financial to create optimal wealth in your life. In each episode, I will be your faith-filled friend guiding you on a transformative journey towards a godly and vibrant life. Whether you're seeking peace within spiritual leadership, inspiration for your wellness journey, or practical strategies for a successful lifestyle, Stephanie and the Wellness Rock are here to nurture every facet of your existence. Join us as we embark on a sacred quest to align the body, mind, and spirit in harmony with God's design. Everybody, welcome back. I am so happy for you guys to all be with me today and every day, but we have a very special guest with us today. Her name is Angel, and I met her on Instagram, and I just absolutely loved what she was doing. I reached out to her to kind of set up a call, and we totally clicked. We totally vibed, and I will let her introduce herself, but I just want to introduce herself a little bit. She is a faith-based success coach and founder of the online learning platform known as Empowered Mission. She focuses on equipping creative entrepreneurs to achieve God-empowered spiritual, mental, and financial freedom by developing the marketing and mindset skills of Jesus. So if we don't connect on that level, I don't know what else you call connecting, but through her ongoing content, she's helped over 100,000 people grow themselves in their online business through authentic digital marketing tactics, brand building strategies, mental health mentorship, and spiritual guidance. So I could not be any more excited to have you here with us today to kind of share your journey and what you do with everybody. So I'll let you share a little bit about yourself as well.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks so much for having me, Stephanie. A little bit about me, more than what Stephanie mentioned. I've been in the coaching and consulting space for a while. I studied entrepreneurship in school, and that's just been my focus ever since I graduated. So yeah, it's just such a joy to be able to coach people to ultimately live better lives and run better businesses without burning themselves out. So love what I do, and as I mentioned, happy to be a guest on your show.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm so excited to get into it. So right off the bat, we like to just kind of break the ice with an icebreaker question. So if you could be any animal, what would you be?
Oh, I love this one. Probably a bird. I don't care if it's cliche. I love the idea of being able to fly and seeing things from a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
I love that. I also, one of my favorite verses in the Bible is, I believe it's Matthew. Oh, don't mess it up, Angel. Matthew something. Okay, I can't think right now. But it's a verse where he talks about, do not worry about your life. Look at the birds in the air. They don't reap, they don't sow. And it just helps you to really reflect on the fact that if God takes care of the birds, he will take care of you. So yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. They don't worry about the food that they're going to eat. They don't worry about finding their food. None of that. They just know that God's going to provide for them. And we have to know the same.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your story. Were you always interested in entrepreneurship? Is this something that you developed over time? I know you said you studied it in college. Kind of take us through a little bit of your backstory and how you got to where you are today.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely have always been interested in entrepreneurship ever since I was a little girl. And it just, I would say creativity more than entrepreneurship at first. I was heavily in the music industry, and then I was heavily in the modeling industry, and then the acting industry, and then I finally transitioned into opening up my own business. So creativity has always been such a value of mine. And I so appreciated the fact that I had a journey of getting to explore all different parts of creativity to see what stuck, what didn't, what I felt like God was calling me to versus what he wasn't, and really just finding my own lane in creative entrepreneurship. So yeah, it's just always been, just has such a massive piece of my heart.
Yeah, no, that's incredible. And for you to do so many different things and put those kind of aside because you wanted to follow where God was calling you to be and to do, that just says a lot about like your faith and what you're creating. And I mean, based on your statistics, it's definitely where God wants you to be. So that's awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
So I know you focus on a specific business and a specific type of people. So do you find yourself pushing a lot of business away if they don't really align with your business model?
You know, I would say I didn't used to, and now I'm starting to. And the reason why I didn't used to was because I think every entrepreneur has a point in their life or business where they just end up saying yes to everything.
Yeah.
And it's because you're just on the journey of trying to grow and trying to build and trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. So you're literally yes man over here, just saying yes to all the opportunities that come your way. And you know, eventually you learn, okay, either saying yes to everything is burning me the heck out, or saying yes to everything doesn't bring as much passion, because you find that you're saying yes to things that don't make you feel passionate or are not in alignment with your business model or your values at the end of the day. So I feel like I'm just now getting to a point of learning to say no and just building on top of the things that I want to say yes to. One example in particular is I got a really great consulting opportunity with a company that was selling, I don't really know how to explain it, but it was kind of, you know, modern world, universe, manifestation kind of thing.
Okay.
And, you know, I'm a Jesus girl, so I'm not going to judge their methods, but it was not in alignment with my values and what I believe when it comes to making dreams a reality. It was just very different. So it was great money, but I had to turn that down. And just learning that step by step, took some time, but you know, it was time worth putting in so that I could really figure out what God was calling me to and being confident in that.
Yeah, no, that's so good. Yeah, no, that's so good. Do you find yourself, like, aside from opportunities, when you're teaching your clients as well and you're getting clients, if they don't have a relationship with God, do you find yourself pushing those people away as well because you can't really coach them on that aspect?
Yeah, that's a really great question. In that regard, I do not push them away. Okay. I am the kind of coach, I will coach you if you're Christian or if you're not. And I am very gentle with how I meet you where you're at if you are not Christian. If you're Christian and you come to me, then, you know, conversation is just natural. I can talk, I can say the word God, I can say the word Jesus. We can use biblical principles to build your business. But if you're not a Christian, that's okay. Like, I love you and I'm still here to help you. But naturally, what it is that I teach and coach is going to be based off of biblical principles, even though that person might not know it. And it's not to be secretive at all. It's just based off of my own mission and values as a person, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, for example, if Jesus teaches, don't be selfish with your money, well, I might not say the word Jesus in my coaching sessions with non-Christians, but I will say, hey, let's not be selfish with our money. Yeah. Let's leave with a serving heart, serving attitude. So at the end of the day, it's just all about how you meet them where they're at and just love them regardless and spread your light.
Right. No, I love that. And I was really curious about how you kind of went about that and I love that you don't push clients away because it also gives you an opportunity, if the opportunity is there, to witness to them. And it could even potentially bring people closer to God as well during their journey too with that. Have you seen that happen at all?
You know, I've had statements and replies that have just made me want to cry because it could be something as simple as a social media post that I put up where I'm talking about God or I'm saying it in a relatable way. And I've had people DM me saying, you just saved my life tonight.
Wow.
And stuff like that is just so empowering because like I give myself no credit. I give it all to God who speaks through me or speaks through certain people to help others. You know, and I've had clients before tell me, you know, I'm not a believer, but you've helped me so much you've helped uplift my spirits or you've helped me do X, Y, Z. And I think as long as I can plant the seed and let God do the rest, that's what matters.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because he's definitely working in you. So that's incredible. And I just want to like take it back a little bit because you seem so passionate about where you are with your walk with God. Have you always had a relationship with God, or is this something over time you've developed and you kind of became new in the process?
Yeah, good question. I've always believed in God because I grew up in a Christian household.
Okay.
So I always believed, but believing in God and having a relationship with God are two very different things.
Absolutely.
So I would say I developed a relationship with Jesus. It was gradual over time. It just got increasingly better.
Yeah.
But I would say it wasn't until I was baptized in 2021 where I fully was like, okay, I don't just want to believe. I don't even just want a relationship. In addition to those things, I want to be a disciple of Jesus and really learning and understanding what that looks like. So that meant taking a look at my life and, understanding what is not in alignment with God in my life and in my business in regards to what I'm doing and how I'm approaching it. And how do I need to change that so that I can literally live out life the way that Jesus taught and teaching people how to do the same.
Right.
And honestly, life and business for me have never been better because I chose to make that decision. And it was hard. There were so many moments where I doubted, where I didn't know what was going to happen, where I was scared. But man, God will always show up if you not only believe but have a relationship, and if you not only have a relationship but you really learn what it looks like to step into being a fully committed disciple of Jesus. It is absolutely life-changing.
That is so good, and I could not agree with you anymore. I didn't always have a relationship with God. I, grew up in a Catholic household, so we kind of did the whole... Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, so we did the whole church thing. I went to catechism, did my confirmation, all that stuff. But that relationship aspect was never really there until, I think it was, what year is it? 2024? My years are all mixed up now. But towards the end of 2021 and definitely the beginning of 2022, where I just started to really put God in the center. But over time, life got ahead of me. I was in a relationship that was not keeping God in the center whatsoever. And God really showed me that, which pulled me out of that relationship. And now that I'm in this alignment with God again, I agree with you 100%. I don't think my business has ever been better. I've never been more clear about where I'm going and who I want to be and who God is calling me to be. Because it's definitely not that person that was here a couple months ago. It's like when you really focus on putting God in the center and allowing him to work in your life, work in your relationships, work in your finances, and you completely surrender it all to him, it's...
Yeah. It is.
You just don't even have words for it.
No, that is literally it. Like you will be blown away. You would be blown. Like I get chills thinking about it because, man, if people only knew the value in making God the center of their business and everything they do, it will literally blow your mind away. Now, and that's not to say, I feel like when I say that, people are like, okay, so if I believe in God, I'm just going to get blessed all the time.
No.
You will get blessed, but God is going to put you through certain trials. He's going to close certain doors. He's going to put you through the fire to shape and conform you into the person that you need to be in order to receive those blessings.
Yes, so good.
I'm sure me and you can both be a testament to the fact that fire is worth it. Like you come out better and stronger and more ready and more confident than ever before, and you are just like, wow, God, I can't believe you did this. I can't believe you gave me this. Like there's been so many moments where I was dead broke and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how I was going to pay my rent. I was behind on all my credit card bills. Like spent so many moments crying and not knowing what to do, and every single time God showed up. Every time
I can relate with that so much. Literally crying myself to sleep, not knowing how I was going to pay my business rent, how I was going to pay my personal rent. But there's never been a moment where God has not provided. There's never been a moment where I did not have something that I